Hey everyone, I've got another Digimon video for today. This time it is going to be on the new ShineGreymon deck from BT12. Now, ShineGreymon has periodically gotten support throughout the game so far, but this is probably his first major support since, well, the second set, actually. And this is the first time where it's actually kind of more akin to his series, which was Data Squad / Savers. And we finally got the Marcus Damon Tamer that can actually attack, which is pretty cool. That is it. And oh yeah, something special about this deck. It is actually my first double-sleeved deck, as it's using, of course, special sleeves. However, these sleeves aren't exactly, I mean, they're good quality, but since you probably want to protect the picture that's on them, you double sleeve them. I would probably prefer matte over sleeves, but place I go to for cards only had these smooth ones for now, but when I can, who knows, maybe Anime North will have some. Yeah, anyway, at the end of the month, I'm doing that, and who knows, maybe I'll do some videos on it if I can. Let's get started. Okay, this is a little, cumbersome since, well, with double sleeves, the deck is double its usual size. So they're kind of hard to hold on to, so we'll set them there, and we'll start off with the eggs. Of course, with any Greymon deck, we're using the Koromon eggs with the inheritable of one attacking once per turn if this Digimon has Omnimon or Greymon other than the non-Greymons, which are called Greymon. In its name, trigger, draw one card, which is nice. There is another Koromon that you can use, but I prefer this one. Actually, there's a few Koromon eggs now. For the main rookie of the deck, we've got the 2006 Agumon. This can Digivolve for 0 on a Koromon. On play, reveal the top 4 cards of your deck. Add up to 1 Digimon card with Greymon in its name and 1 Marcus Damon among them to your hand. Place the rest at the bottom of your deck in any order, and it also has an inheritable your turn once per turn. When one of your yellow or red tamers becomes suspended, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 2 KDP for the turn, which is pretty nice. Yeah, this is the 2006 Agumon, aka the Data Squad Agumon. You can tell because of the little straps on his hands there, which are kind of for punching and all that. Plus, the Data Squad Agumon is bigger than the usual Agumon since he's special. Next up, we've got another BT12 Agumon. This one is the regular Agumon. Digivolve for 0 on a Koromon. On play, reveal the top 4 cards of your deck. Add up to 1 Digimon card with Greymon or Omnimon in its name. There's no Omnimons in this deck, as the 2006 Agumon never became Omnimon. And a Tamer with Taikamiya in its name among them to your hand. Place the rest at the bottom of your deck in any order, and the inheritable effect of all turns, while this Digimon has Greymon or Omnimon in its name, it gets 10 KDP. Now, this Agumon is here is because we do have a few Tamers with Taikamiya in the name. Plus, more searching is always good. And speaking of searching, which all of our Agumons do, we have Agumon X. It can Digivolve for 0 on top of an Agumon, or for 0 on a level 2 red. On play and Digivolving, Reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Add 1 card with Greymon or Omnimon in its name, and 1 X-Antibody, the X-Antibody card itself, among them to your hand, which there is none of this deck. Place the rest at the bottom of your deck in any order. Basically, this is here for searching more Greymons, and because this is actually important, it is a dinosaur instead of a reptile like this Agumon. The yellow-red one is also a dinosaur, so that is important because of ShineGreymon. It digivolves for 2 on a level 3 Agumon with level 3 with Agumon in the name and dinosaur trait. So specifically the 2006 Agumon or the Agumon X, with the when digivolving effect of if you don't have Marcus Damon in play, you can play 1 Marcus Damon from your hand without paying the cost, which is nice. And the inheritable, your turn once per turn, when one of your yellow or red tamers becomes suspended, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 2 KDP for the turn, the same as 2006 Agumon. We've got another ShineGreymon. This one is the Security ShineGreymon from Starter Deck 7, which was the Gallantmon one. So since I did review that, we've probably seen this guy before. And I think he might have been in some other videos as well. Security, at the end of the battle, play this card without paying the memory cost. So if it's checked in security, you can immediately play it to your field, and then it has the on-play effect. Delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 4 KDP or less. That's actually very good now, since there's a lot of annoying rookie Digimon that have floodgate effects. And this ShineGreymon has no inheritable effects of his own. The final level 4 is the BT12 Greymon. Again, along with this Greymon and, let's see, this Agumon, we will be seeing a lot more of them later on, especially with the decks in this set. It can digivolve for 2 on top of a level 3 with Agumon in the name. When digivolving, if you don't have a tamer with Taikamiya in play, you can play 1 tamer with Taikamiya in its name from your hand without paying the cost, and then it has the inheritable effect of, while this Digimon is Greymon or Omnimon in its name, it gets an extra 1000 DP, same as this Agumon. Is that? Next up, we've got ShineGreymon. It can digivolve for 3 on top of a ShineGreymon. Unfortunately, not regular Greymon, but that's fine. When digivolving, if you have a yellow or red tamer, you gain 1 memory back, so that a cost of 4 to digivolve into this guy on top of a red or yellow level 4 is reduced by 1 anyway. All turns, once per turn, when one of your tamers is deleted, place 1 Marcus Damon from your trash on top of your security stack face down. That effect will come into play later, and then its inheritable effect is the same as its all turns effect. Meaning when one of your tamers is deleted, you can play a Marcus Damon from your trash, or from your trash into your security face down. Again, you'll see the point of that once I get to the new Marcus Damon. We've got ShineGreymon X. Digivolves for 1 on top of ShineGreymon, or for 4 on top of a yellow level 4 or red yellow 4. My bad. A yellow level 4 or a red level 4. When digivolving, you may play 1 yellow or red tamer card from your hand without paying its memory cost. Then, if ShineGreymon or X-Antibody is in this Digimon's Digivolution cards, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 2 KDP for each yellow or red tamer you have in play. The real important effect is you get to play a yellow or red tamer. And then its other effect is your turn. For each tamer you have, this Digimon gets an extra 10 KDP, which is nice, and no inheritable effect. Of course, we've got the boss for the deck, ShineGreymon. Digivolve for 3 on top of a level 5 with ShineGreymon in the name, which you will be using since all your level 5s are ShineGreymon. When digivolving, for each yellow or red tamer you have in play, one of your opponent's Digimon and all of your opponent's security Digimon gets minus 3k DP for the turn. Again, that's for each yellow and red tamer you have. So that can stack. Your turn, all of your Marcus Daemons in play get an extra 3k DP and gain security attack +1. Now, I bet you're wondering what's going on, although I might have alluded to that earlier in the video, but again, it'll make sense later once we get to Marcus. Next up, we've got the Starter Deck 7 ShineGreymon. This is probably the best backup ShineGreymon I can think of for now. There is the BT2 ShineGreymon, but that's more applied to just pure yellow, which this isn't. I did consider running it, but for now, with how the deck is, it might not be the best option. But this ShineGreymon's effects are nice and simple. Security attack +1, and piercing, meaning it can, if it attacks a Digimon, the security check goes through. And since it has security attack +1, that means it gets 2 checks. So if you use this to attack into one of your opponent's Digimon, you not only get to delete that opponent's Digimon, you also get 2 security checks off it as well, which is pretty nice. So yeah, alright backup level 6 in my opinion. For the memory setter, we've got 2 Marcus Daemons. Again, start of your turn, if you have 2 or less memory, set your memory to 3. Your turn, when one of your Digimon with Greymon in its name attacks, other than the non-Greymons, you can suspend this tamer to gain 1 memory, which is nice. And with all tamers that it has the security effect of, play this card without paying its memory cost. Again, if it's checked in security, you get to play it for free. So yeah, security is probably the best place to see tamers, but with how this deck is set up, you can also use your Digimon's effects to play your tamers for free as well, which is very nice. Now for the other big card of the deck, this is the new BT12 Marcus Daemon. Start of your main phase, if you have a Digimon with Agumon or Greymon in its name, by paying 1 memory for the turn, this tamer is also treated as a 3k DP Digimon that can't digivolve. Your turn, when this tamer becomes suspended, one of your Digimon may digivolve into a yellow card with Greymon in its name from your hand without paying the cost. Now that doesn't work with this ShineGreymon, unfortunately, but it does work with this ShineGreymon, and it can also work if you're only on GeoGreymon, for example, or any of the other Greymons that are level 4. You can use it to go into ShineGreymon as well. So there are a good amount of targets for its effect. And yeah, that explains the effects like ShineGreymon, if your Marcus Daemon is deleted in an attack, or no, it's not specifically an attack if it's deleted straight up, but not a lot of decks have tamer deletion unless it's something like Black War Greymon, for example. So even if it's deleted that way, you can use ShineGreymon's effect as well, but the main thing is using your Marcus Daemon to attack, and if it happens to be deleted, which it probably will be, as it can only get up to 6k with ShineGreymon's effect and gain a security attack, that means it's very likely Marcus Daemon will be taken out. So, again, to compensate for that, ShineGreymon, once your Marcus Daemon will probably be deleted, it can immediately set him onto your security, not only gaining you an extra life, but meaning once it's inevitably checked, your Marcus Daemon can immediately come back out to the field, which is pretty nice. And again, repeat the process all over again. The final tamer for the deck is Tai Kamiya and Kari Kamiya. Now, this is the Tai tamer that can be searched with original Agumon and Greymon, since it does have Taikamiya in the name. It doesn't have to be strictly Taikamiya, it just needs him in the name. Start of your turn. If you have 3 or fewer security cards, gain 1 memory. If your opponent has 3 or fewer security cards, also gain 1 memory. Your turn, when one of your red or yellow Digimon attacks, you may suspend this tamer to have all of your opponent's security Digimon get minus 2k DP for the turn, which is very nice. So if you do get a lot of those effects off, you can reduce your opponent's security Digimon to 0 for a lot of the time, meaning it's less likely for your Marcus Damon to be deleted in attacks. Although, again, sometimes you do want him to be deleted so you can gain health back. But if you're going for game, this can really help with that little push that you might need to reduce your opponent's security Digimon DP. Next up, the final cards of the deck, which are the options. Shining Blast. It has the main effect of you may play 1 Marcus Damon from your hand without paying the cost. Then for each yellow and or red tamer you have in play, 3 of your opponent's Digimon get minus 2k DP for the turn, and then its security effect is activating the main effect. Next up is the one of Sunrise Buster. We can only play 1 of it, unfortunately, since, well, CrossArt got it limited. Main effect, you can play 1 yellow or red tamer card from your hand without paying its memory cost. Then one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 3k DP for the turn for each yellow and or red tamer you have in play, and then security, activate the main effect. This is essentially a watered down version of that, sort of. Although this one is targeted on 1 Digimon, this one actually spreads it out, the DP reduction, to 3 of your opponent's Digimon. Although that can actually do a lot more damage than the 1 Digimon Sunrise Buster might potentially knock out. But the amount of tamers you can play, being only Marcus Damon, is reduced. And since there's only 2 Marcus Damons at the moment, so yeah, it is kind of limited. And the final card of the deck is Reinforcing Memory Boost. The main effect, reveal the top 2 cards of your deck. Place 1 of them on top of your security, face down, add the remaining card to your hand, then place this card in your battle area. And then with any memory boost, it has the delay effect of trash this card from your battle area to activate the effect below. You can't activate this effect the turn you play this card. You gain 3 memory. And then security, place this card in its owner's battle area, meaning if it's checked in security, you play it directly. However, you do not get the main effect, you only get the delay effect. And that is it for the ShineGreymon deck. It is a pretty cool one, and it will get much more in the future, especially with EX4, which has a major card for the deck, ShineGreymon Ruin Mode, and also in BT13, which has more ShineGreymon stuff as well. So yeah, expect a lot more updates for this one in the future, and I hope you enjoyed this video.